The Patient, a tale of perseverance. In a small village, far from the bustling cities, there lived a humble man named Oliver. He was a man known for his extraordinary patience, a virtue that had carried him through many of life's trials. His neighbors often marveled at how Oliver never seemed to rush, never grew frustrated, and always maintained a calm demeanor, no matter the circumstance. Life had not been easy for Oliver. He had faced hardship from a young age. His parents had passed away when he was just a boy, leaving him to fend for himself. Despite these adversities, Oliver had always believed that good things come to those who wait. He held on to the idea that rushing into decisions or becoming consumed by anger only led to mistakes. In the village, he was often sought after for advice, especially by the young and impulsive, who admired his unshakable serenity. One day, a severe drought hit the village. The crops began to wither, and the once lush fields turned to dust. The villagers were desperate, and many grew angry, blaming the gods, the weather, and even one another for their misfortune. Some packed their belongings and left in search of better fortunes, while others started hoarding what little food and water they had. But Oliver remained steadfast. He continued to plant seeds in his barren field, even though many laughed at him, saying it was pointless. "Patience, my friends," he would say. "The rain will come, and when it does, we must be prepared." His calm demeanor in the face of disaster inspired a few of his neighbors who began to follow his lead, though they were still filled with doubt. Every day Oliver worked tirelessly, not knowing when or if the rain would come, but believing that patience was his only hope. As the weeks turned into months, those who had mocked Oliver began to regret their decisions. Many had wasted their energy and resources, their anger and frustration consuming them. But Oliver's field, though still dry, was well prepared for the rains. One evening, as the sun set on the parched land, dark clouds finally gathered on the horizon. The villagers, exhausted from the drought, looked up in disbelief as the sky opened up and rain poured down in torrents. While many scrambled to save what little they had left, Oliver's field began to bloom almost overnight. The seeds he had planted in patience were now nourished by the long-awaited rains. His crops flourished, and he had more than enough food to share with his neighbors. Those who had left in search of greener pastures had missed the moment they had longed for, while Oliver and the few who had followed him were rewarded for their faith in time. The villagers learned a profound lesson that year. Impatience had led them to make rash decisions, to act out of fear rather than wisdom. Oliver's quiet, unwavering patience had not only sustained him, but had also become a beacon of hope for others. The village began to change after that. Instead of rushing into decisions, the people learned to wait, to trust the process, and to have faith that things would improve, even when the situation seemed bleak. Oliver, now respected more than ever, continued to live as he always had, patiently, quietly, and with a deep understanding that life's greatest rewards often come to those who wait, who nurture, and who believe that time will eventually bear fruit. His story was told for generations, a reminder that patience is not just about waiting, but about how one waits, calmly, confidently, and with faith that every storm eventually passes.